See you later.
Really tasty. Oh.
If you're just joining, thank you for joining the live. Um, while we wait for others to join the live, I'll just try to go. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. The very first question. Just hold on. We'll start the live. I'm trying to like set up and then wait for other people to join the live. Then we start with your question after I introduce myself. So if you can also share the live to your friends who are also interested in coming to Germany. Today is all about Germany. I'm not talking about any country. I have great news for you guys, and I discovered that if you don't want to study in Germany, you can also study in Austria free of charge. Yes, I said it, free of charge. The only thing you might need to pay maybe is just your flight and the semester fee. It will shock you to know that the semester fee for this university is just 21 euros and some cents. So I'm going to make that in a different video. But today, like I talked about in our last video and on the flyer I posted on my Instagram and some platforms, uh, it's about Germany, um, tips about living in Germany, tips about registration here in Germany. Like basically, when you come to Germany, all of the things you're meant to do, accommodation as well, semester tickets, because it's already an issue for some people who don't know. Yeah, so sorry about the glitch we just experienced. So if you can hear me, I just need you to give me a thumbs up in the comment section. If you can hear me loud and clear and I'm really audible, give me a thumbs up so we can start the live stream properly. I'm trying to remember where I know you from, Tamang. I feel you've sent me a DM before on Instagram, but I can't remember. I'm just trying to place it. So if you are on this live stream, I want you to give me a thumbs up so we can start properly. All right, so we start now. So sorry about the glitch we experienced. My name is Aval Sam Etta, aka Sammy Sticks, aka that fresh, yummy hot chocolate. I'm fresh and I know it. So on this video, on this channel rather, I make videos on opportunities in Germany. Um, I make videos on schooling in Germany. I make daily vlogs about my study here. Like videos generally about me being here in Germany, all of the opportunities that you have to study in Germany, all of the requirements and everything, just basically everything about studying in Germany. And I'm a student, I'm a master student in TU Darmstadt, Technische Universität of Darmstadt. Um, and Darmstadt is in Hessen, just 30 minutes away from Frankfurt, if you're familiar with the city of Frankfurt. So yeah, that's I also work part-time at Frankfurt Flughafen. Um, so yeah, that's basically what I do on this channel. I try to bring information to my audience. So on today's video, um, on today's live stream, I'll be talking about basically four topics which are like always the norm. Like most times when people send me when people send me like questions on my Instagram or on my email, for example, I really don't respond to inquiries when you send it to my email, because I only use that email for like business and collaboration. So basically, if you want to reach me, you can reach me on Instagram. And if you want like an appointment, then you can go on my Instagram handle. There's a link there. You can click the link there to schedule an appointment so we could talk. But if you send me an email, you won't get a response. If you send me an Instagram message, sure. Once I see it, without you saying hi, like just go straight to the point, I'll respond to your inquiries. So today in this live stream, we'll be talking about tips for settling in Germany. One of the things we'll be talking about is a Meldung, the things you are meant to do upon entry to Germany. There are things you are meant to do. Don't just know that you're just flying from your country and just chill and not do anything. Like you should know by now, Germany is known for its bureaucratic way of doing things, and also it's known as a police state. So what this means is that you need to be documented for you to be fully a resident here. So there are laid down rules you are meant to follow in different cities. All of the rules are all different. So most times I always say it's better you also like do little research by checking for what each city or each state requires of you to do, because yes, there's like a laid down rule, general procedure you're meant to do, but in different states in Germany, there are about 16 states, and these 16 states have different laws, guiding them. So one thing might differ from one state. So maybe in Bavaria, for example, they might say do this, but in Hesse, they might say don't do this. So most times when I give you this information, you also like try to also do like little research to know what your state requires. But basically, there are like a laid down rules of things you should do upon entry to Germany. Secondly, we'll be talking about how to secure accommodation. Accommodation in Germany, it's a thing. And in this video, I'll be telling you tips on how to get accommodation easily, like really easy. I'm going to use myself as an example. I got my accommodation from my country, Nigeria, before I landed here. Most people, whenever I say this, they're like, how is that possible? But I got my accommodation in my country, like, in fact, within 24 hours. I'm going to tell you how I did it and how you also can do it in this live stream. And then also how to extend or apply for residence permits in Germany. You should know that from your country, you are given sometimes 6 months, sometimes 1 year visa from your country. And when you come to Germany, then you have to extend your visa or your resident permit, because you are given a visa in your passport, but you need to extend that your stay and get like a plastic card. Um, and just a minute, I'll show you how it looks like. So you need to get your resident permit extended. That's so that you can get something like this. See, this is how it looks. And because once you get this card, sometimes you might be controlled, it's a normal thing, like where's your ID, blah blah blah, and all of those kind of things. You just pull it out. Failure to extend your visa also has implications. So I'm also going to talk about the documents you need to extend your visa or your and get your resident/working permit here in Germany. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about the Deutschland ticket. I'm going to talk about the Deutschland ticket. And then after which, if you have Q&A like questions, then we could ask for a while. I want this session to be like just an hour. It's already 20 minutes gone. I started a little bit late. But we can cover all of these topics within this time frame, and then we go into like questions. I already see some questions and comments in here. So first, you got admission in one of the universities here in Germany, be it private university or public university. Yeah, hooray! You got your admission. You've gone through the visa procedures, and you're finally in Germany. Now, what are the things you are meant to do upon entry to Germany? I made a video some months ago when I just came into Germany, but rules change, a lot of things change, and I'm going to still make like a video pertaining that topic. So now, what are the things you are meant to do when you come to Germany? You should know that you have a time frame to register yourself in your city, whether you are in the south, the east, or wherever you find yourself, Bavaria, Hessen, Baden-Württemberg, any of the states. Once you land in Germany, you have, in some states, you have up to 2 weeks. In some states, you have up to a week to register yourself at the Rathaus or the Auslander Beholder, as it's called here, this the immigration office. So there, what you need to do is go there, make yourself uh, legalized by telling them, okay, this is my address, this is where I stay, and they're going to ask you some questions, and then you show them your passport, and it doesn't take 10 minutes, honestly, depending on the city where you are. Sometimes it takes 5, 10, 15 minutes, you know, and you're done with registering yourself. So, what are the documents you need to do your city registration? You need your passport with the visa inside to show that you are legal here in Germany, number one. Number two, you need an address from where you're staying. Now, this is where it's dicey. So in if you are, because I've seen people send me message about this thing about address. So you are in Germany and you don't have like an address yet, or you don't have accommodation yet. What can you do in this case? So number one is you can actually this if you're staying with a friend and maybe the apartment is uh like where you can stay for quite a while, that is the first option. You can ask the friend if he can you can speak to the landlord to use his document, like to register, use his address to register, and then whenever you get your address, you can also go to the Auslander Beholder to like update your stay, like your address, and then give them the new address. Because if you the timing of when you're supposed to register expires, they're not even going to hear anything because you didn't even make a move. You just stayed and you're waiting to get like an address before you come for city registration. No, one thing about these people here in Germany is that you need to learn to be communicative, because if you just stay and think they know, they're not even going to do anything to you until when it expires, and then you understand that you are meant to follow rules and not be told what to do. So, secondly, there are some accommodation like youth, they call it youth housing. So there you can get city registration from, you can get the document for city registration from the landlord or the owner of the place. The document which they normally give, I can't remember the name, but they give you a document which you give to the immigration office. That document is what they'll use in registering you here in Germany, in whichever state you are. Also, you can use, there are some hotels you stay, you can also use their address and tell them that you're using it temporarily. Then they know that, okay, it's also temporary. Then you take it to the immigration office. And if you want to also still confirm, you can confirm from the visa officer you'll be speaking to that you're only staying here for temporary basis, just to do your documentation. And once you get like accommodation, then you update your address. But if you already have an address, like coming into Germany, then you can just go to the immigration office. Some you have to book appointments. In some cities, you can just directly walk in. Sometimes they have open appointment dates, which in my city is like every Wednesday. You can just walk in with this document and then submit to the officer, and then they'll go through it. And then you get your Ameldon sorted. You get a document, it's just a paper, like an A4 paper, which states your address, like your phone number and everything about you, and it shows that you've been registered in your city. And if for any reason you decide to leave that city, maybe because you could not stay there or you got accommodation in a different city which is close by, then you also have to register in the new city where you're going to. Automatically it cancels out your city registration in the previous city. So like I said, the document you need for Ameldon is just your passport, which contains your visa, and also your uh the document from your landlord. There's a name it's called. I'm trying to remember the name. It's like a German name. It's long. That's what you need to register yourself. So, secondly, how to secure accommodation? How do I secure accommodation in Germany? In Germany, like this is already an issue in most of the cities. It's really difficult. Like it's a thing, especially when you already have an apartment or maybe you're trying to move out of the apartment. You have to start searching even before your rent contract expires. So now, if for example you're in your home country and you got admission and everything is fine for you to come to Germany, you should start already looking for accommodation. I'm going to be giving you some some apps or housing organizations that you can easily check out, and then you can get a place before coming to Germany. So uh, one of the places you can check is called Immobilien. So Immobilien is like an app. They also operate a web app, but it's better you get the app so you can always just go through. Then you filter what you're looking for. If it's a single room or if it's a shared apartment, then you put your budget and then you put the square meters you want, maybe 20 square meters or 15 square meters. You put it there, and then after putting the amount, you filter, and then you see so many opportunities, and they also tell you the date when they would like you to move in. If, for example, you introduce yourself, you should also state that um you are available or you are flexible for apartment viewing, and then you also write there in your introduction. This is just a tip I'm giving you. You write in your introduction, number one, your name and what you do, or just your name. And you also state like, okay, I do smoke or I don't smoke. Most of them always, once they see I don't smoke, or if I do smoke, it's like a thing for them because of the paintings here. It's really expensive when you move out. Like it's, and sometimes that's why they take money out of your deposit fee. So, but when you say I don't smoke, then it's a green flag. Like they could take you in. They could give you the apartment. And also, I don't have pets. Just basically what you do, and just a brief introduction about yourself, and then you send it to them. You also tell them you're a student, and then that should be that. You get lots of also say you are flexible for apartment viewing, but if you are not in Germany, you can always send a friend of yours to go view the apartment for you. That's how it works. And then you start searching. You will get tons of houses. Just keep applying, and one or two or three you will get it. But if you wait till you come to Germany and then you start looking, it's going to be really, really tedious, because coming from another country and then trying to settle in here with the whole bureaucracy, all of the things you need to do, it's really, really, really tough. So it's better you already have apartment right from your country, and then coming here is just to collect the key from your landlord, collect the house, sign the contract, and do your city registration. So Immobilien is one of them, and then you also have WG Gesucht. This is a popular app. I think you should know it. There you see so many apartments, both on the apps. You can also join follow them on Instagram. There they post different apartments in different parts of Germany. You also put your options like your budget, the square meter, um, like generally what you are looking out for, and then you see like it's going to filter the search and then give you according to what you're looking for. And then you also search. So try to apply it on both of these apps, you know. So even if you don't find it, even if you don't easily see on one, you get on one. That's how it works. Don't just limit yourself to one. I was doing a search for an apartment recently, and I just put in my information and I was receiving different options for apartments in different cities here in Germany. So you can also do it from your country. And then thirdly, you can also apply through Student and VEC in whichever city you are. Sometimes it takes a while. That's why I put it as the third option, you know, because it takes a while. Sometimes you have to wait, but sometimes people are lucky to get apartment easily with Student and VEC because then um they can they can put you like with they can put you through with some of the housing what's it called, like housing developers here, and then it's easier to get both private or maybe like the ones that are handled directly with the school. So that's why Student and VEC comes in handy. So this is the thing, this is how I got my own apartment. I got my apartment through Student and VEC. So while I was in my country, I had like this Indian friend, not a friend per se, but like we had admission in same course. So during like the whole in what's it called, orientation, we I reached out to her. Because of the virtual in a orientation that was done during that time. So I was asking her if she was in Germany already. She said yes, and she got accommodation in this place in Darmstadt in student and VEC. And I was like, "How did you do it?" And then she sent me an email address. Just send an introduction, your name, your school, like everything about you. Just send it, and I was like, okay. So I did exactly what she said, and let's say I sent the email this evening. It's not even up to 24 hours. And in the morning around 9 a.m., I saw an email in my mailbox from Student in Vec Darmstadt offering me an apartment. And I was like, what? Is this even real? Like, with all of the things I hear. And I got an apartment with Student and Vec. They even told me I have so time to pay. And if I don't pay, that means the apartment won't be given to me. They'll give it to the next person in line. And I'm like, I was a bit skeptical because now it's money and I'm asked to transfer the money from my country. And I was just skeptical that what if this is like fraud and stuff. But what I did was I went through the document which was sent. They looked so legit. I had to call my friend who was already here in Germany that please check out. And the person was like, no, actually this is legit because that was where she was staying before she changed apartment. And I was like, okay, then I'm confident. And I sent my rent and the caution fee uh, to the account that was provided, you know. And then I was so happy that I wasn't going to deal with accommodation issue. This, for those of you that you would have seen the apartment viewing on my channel, I made like the tour about where I stay. Like I was so happy. Very nice apartments, good price. At the time when I was in my country, the price for that rent was 415 euros. So it's a shared apartment, two-person shared apartment. I and just one other guy, we share the kitchen and then the bathroom. And then when I came to Germany after a while, the rent was reduced to 388 euros 70 cents. You know, so it's really good that you try to apply from your country. Don't wait till you come here because it's really difficult. Once you come here trying to get an apartment and then you just want to get just anything, like anything. And if you get anything, sometimes you get some houses that the heater is not working properly. And then when it's winter, if you come during the winter, then you understand what cold is. So it's always good that you apply from your country. That way you get more opportunities. I feel like I've talked too much on this accommodation topic. So the next topic is how to extend or apply for your resident permit. So, for example, when I came, I was given 6 months, I think 6 or 7 months visa. So I came down here and I had to renew. The thing is, in my city is something else. I spent over like I went there after like 3 months. I went there like I felt like okay, I'm supposed to extend. So I went there. I was told no, I have to wait a month to when the 6 months is going to expire. I went there after a month too, and I was told to wait 3 weeks. So it was a week too. Then I was given an appointment, and also I was given a fiction Beschanigung. This is a document that shows that you are legal in Germany and that maybe you are in the process of extending your your permit. So I was given that document, and that's what I was using. And then I went for my extension, and when I extended, I took the following documents. So the documents you need your passport, you need your admission letter, you need your enrollment document, you need your proof of fund to show what is the proof of finance, sustaining yourself here in Germany. It's either blocked account or what's it called, sponsorship letter. And if, for example, you already have a job, then you can also take the job contract, which I did. I mean, I used the sponsorship letter, but when I took my contract, the visa officer told me I don't need the work contract, that I can use my sponsorship document. So in the next extension, then you can use, she said you can then use that if you don't want to use, or because the sponsorship letter is valid for like 5 years. Um, so these are the documents you need. Once again, you need your passport, you need the admission letter, you need the enrollment document, you need the proof of funds, you need the document from your landlord. It's called Meldi Beschanigung now, I remember. You need that document from your landlord to show you are actually living in a place in Germany, because in that document it shows how much you're paying, it shows like everything about your house contract. So you need to take that alongside. Some cities you get like appointment immediately you come. Some it takes a lot of time before you get it. Again, bureaucracy. Like I just told you, in my case, I got it just a week, and even the week I was given fiction Beschanigung, which I was using. I wasn't using the visa on my passport because that had already expired. So I was using the fiction Bescheinigung. And when you go there, it's like you facing the visa officer in your country. Remember how all you needed to do, like the questions and all of those things. It's the same thing. They are gonna ask you if you're already like through 2 semesters and you're not doing well already. They're gonna ask you. If it's just your first time and you haven't really started, okay, they're just gonna ask you like some easy things about your school, your course, some professors, just to know if you know anything about what you're doing in Germany and all of those things. So those are the documents you need. And in my case, after I renewed, I was given 2 years um, resident. This card I showed you earlier is for 2 years. And if I go again, all I need to do is also take the same document, book appointment, and then I extend my documents. So the next thing we'll be talking about is the Deutschland ticket. So here it's also dicey because yes, you have 20%. In most of the state and universities, you get 20% off your Deutschland ticket. So instead of paying before, right now it's 59 euros. So instead of paying 59 euros, you pay 38 euros. Before it used to be 29 euros, but because of the recent increment of the Deutschland tickets, so you now pay 38 euros instead of 59 euros. So some universities include it in your semester fee, so you don't need to pay separately. Like the university where I currently am, they include it, so that's why it's expensive. So we pay 338 euros as semester fee included. That is, the semester fee is included in it. But some universities don't include it, so you have to pay that if you want to if you want to travel around Germany or within the state. You have to pay every month like 38 euros. And if you're in a private university, some private universities, the ticket they give you is just for that state alone. You can't travel out of that state with that ticket. So you have to buy like the Deutschland ticket for 38 euros. So you need to check your university to see if your semester ticket is covered, because some students don't know and then they go and they take the public transport outside their catchment area, and then they run into trouble with the authorities, because once in a while you see the ticket guys in the bus in the train, and they check for your ticket, and if it's not valid you're going to pay 60 euros fine. And honestly, it's not something you want to consider doing, because if you get that fine, it becomes, if it starts showing like as a bad omen for you in Germany, your records become stained. And if you're applying for something, maybe citizenship in the future or some other things, then they bring up that record that you have like issues like paying the transport or something, like you were fined before. That's why most times you might say, it's a little crime. Everything here is a crime. Like, so everything that you do, which you are not supposed to do, is a crime. So if, for example, you do this semester, the Deutschland ticket thing, you are given a fine of 60 euros. It's already in your record. It's recorded that you had so issue at so time. So try to check your university ASTA in most schools. Try to check to see if your semester ticket is covered by your university. Not covered by your university, but like if it's included in your semester ticket, so you don't run into issues. I mean, most universities it is covered, but you just have to double check to know if it's covered or not covered. So that's it. I think that's about all of the things I said I was going to cover in this video. Also, I forgot to talk about, apart from the Ameldon, when you come to Germany, the things you are meant to do. Also opening of bank account, tax ID, social security number are the other things you are meant to like apply for. Now, in Germany, if you just sit down and say, okay, they are going to do it and send to me, you are wasting your time. It might take you, some people, it takes them a month, 2 months, 3 months before they finally settle down with all of this documentation. Now, this was what I did, and I advised someone recently who is also a subscriber of mine, who I met late last year, and I told her, and she did the same thing, and this person had all of her document all settled, when I came to Darmstadt, I read the laws. I checked like my tax ID, because all of these things you are doing are all tied to each other, like your tax ID, opening of bank account, and all of those things. They all, when I went to open a bank account, they asked me for city registration because I didn't know then, and then I did it, and then came to the bank. And then when I was applying for job, they're asking for tax ID and all of those things. So what I did was, with the advice of a friend, uh, I went directly to these offices. I checked for the address of the finance arms. Uh, I checked for the office of the social security, and which other one? I think yes. And I went directly to them, and I told them, like, they were like, "Do I have an appointment?" I said, "No, I don't have an appointment, but I need this document because I need them to process a job." Like, I just told them, like, these are the things. Sometimes you just have to be smart, you know. And they're like, "Okay, that I should come in." And he told me to ask me for my passport, which had my visa inside. And then he took it into an office. And all he did, he told me, just give me 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. He was out already. He came out with a printed document. My social security number was on it. And then he told me, I'm going to receive another letter in my mailbox containing the same social security. Because even if he gives it to me, he said, since I need it urgently, that normally they are meant to send it to my mailbox, but he's giving it to me, and then he's also still going to send it. That's the normal thing here in Germany. I said, okay. And within 15 minutes, I got my social security number. This is something people wait for 3-4 weeks before they get. But because I went directly there, I was able to get it. Also, the same thing I did for my tax ID. I didn't just sit down and I was always going there. I went there the first time. I forgot that I'm in Germany, and then they have like days they open. Like sometimes they can open 9 to 12 or 8 to 12 and close for 1 hour or 2 hours and then reopen again. And sometimes Monday through Wednesday they have different hours they open. So on the several occasions I went there twice and they told me they were already closed. So the third time I went there that week, I met them and I also did said the same thing I said in the social security office, and I told them, and then they were like, okay, that they that they're going to give me the number, and then they gave it to me, and when I go back, I still also received it at a later date. So all of my documentation in Germany was less than three. It didn't take 3 weeks after I got into Germany. Like I did everything within this time frame, and immediately I applied for like a job. You know, so these are the things. What I'm trying to say is, when you come to Germany, don't just sit down and think that the authorities, excuse me, are going to come to you. No, if you wait for like the normal procedure, it's going to take so much time. But sometimes, if you walk in, especially if you live in a small city, if you walk into the office, they could do everything you want, like there and then. But if you just sit and say, okay, everything is going to, they are going to tell me when to do it. No, you need to like be proactive here in Germany. So that's that about the topics I wanted to discuss on this live stream. Um if you have any questions pertaining these topics I just talked about, you could put them in the comment section and then I'm going to respond to them. Also, if you want to come up on this live stream, you can do that. I'm just going to put the link. I'm going to put the link in the comments, and then you can come up, and if you want to talk to me live, then you can talk to me. Um yeah, so you can, if you want to come up live, you can click the link on our audio. So I'm just going to go through the, I see some messages here on the comments. I'll just go through them. Okay, there's a question. How long before you renewed? So Ima, I was given 6 months a visa for my country in Nigeria, and 6 month visa. So when I came to Germany, I immediately went because I'm someone who just wants to do my thing once and for all, so I don't have issues with the authorities. So I went there and I was told to wait till like a month before a month to the expiration, of which I did. But I had to wait for a month. I was given fiction Bescheinigung and then I waited for a month, and then I extended. I went for the appointment, and after the appointment, I had to wait till the end of that month to get the card delivered. No, not delivered. I had to pick the card. Another appointment to pick the card and then sign, and like it's still the same appointment thing, but it was like roughly 3 weeks. It was roughly 3 weeks, and then you have to pay like a fee. Right now, I can't remember the amount I paid, but it's about maybe 50 euros. I really, I don't want to just put any amount there, but it was about the amount. You pay a fee, and after the appointment, you are told to wait. After 3 weeks, I got the email, or the mail rather, in my mailbox 3 weeks after. So then I went back to pick up the document, the card. I signed some things, and I was given the card. So it took roughly like 3 weeks after my initial timing. So yeah. Um. Oh. Okay. With that 1 year visa, can you travel to neighboring countries? Of course you can. You can. If you read if you read what's written in your visa, it says it's a visa that gives you right to work and study. My first job in Germany, I got it with my visa, like the visa that I was given. I got it with that job. And then after later on when I renewed, then it was the card. But you can travel to neighboring countries with your 1 year visa. It doesn't stop you from traveling. And I remember during that that period, I also traveled like to like where was it now? Uh, I traveled to one of the neighboring countries around. So yes, to answer your question, you can travel with the 1 year visa. It's not an issue. I am in Slovakia. I wanted to move to Germany and do job there. So please help me. I don't understand. Okay, so if you're in Slovakia, Taman, all you need to do is go on the Opportunity Card website. It's called Chancenkarte in German. You apply from Slovakia. You are even in a better position because that's Europe. You can easily get a job, then come to Germany and then search. So all you need to do is if you don't want to do the opportunity card thing, you have a resident card, except you're illegal in Slovakia, but you have the resident card that permits you to travel within Europe. So you can come to Germany and source for a job. And once you get the job, you can register at the immigration office. When you come, you register at the immigration office, and then you get the work permit to work in Germany. Or if you want to come through the opportunity card directly, you can also apply on the system, get the points, and then you see yourself in Germany. I see lots of your messages here. It's not that difficult. All you need to do is just do lots of reading. I talked about opportunity card in one of my videos I uploaded. So you can either come through this or you can use your residency card that you have presently to come to Germany and look for a job. All right. So do we have more comments? Do you have any level of German before going to Germany? I mean, I really didn't take any exams, but prior before my admission, I was already like taking some German classes because I really didn't have the time to even go for German school. So what I was doing was taking online lessons, YouTube. There's this channel, it's called Learn German. It's really good from A1 to C2. Yeah. So that was what I was doing every evening or when I come back, I just go there. They always send you notification when there's a new class. And you you go through it. That's what I used. And honestly, before I came to Germany, that's just what I used. And when I came to Germany, then I was so like I could relate to so many things because I was already studying, from my country. And then I also enrolled in my university German class. So to answer your question, I really didn't have any result to show like a German level, the level of my German before coming to Germany. Hi, I'm from Liberia, and how can I go about with the German student visa? It's easy. All you need to do is, first of all, um, uh, first of all, look for a school you want to apply to. There are two intakes. That's the summer and winter semester. It's always good to apply in the winter semester because you have more options, more schools, more courses. In the summer semester, sometimes it's just like within the school they do admission, for those who are transferring from bachelor's to masters, and then they give little percentage to like outsiders. So then you have less, and then if it's a new course you're applying to, then in the summer semester it's good. But first of all, get your admission. That is the first thing you should do. Monocool, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Get your admission and then check the website for the German consulate or embassy in your country to know the document. I mean, it's like normally your motivation letter, your admission letter, your proof of fund, either block account or sponsorship letter, obligation letter, birth certificate. Basically, that's what you need. But you need to check. Oh, I'm Nelson. Okay. Basically, you need to check the website to know the particular document you are meant to submit during your visa interview, and then you also check the visa process. So your next question is, how does the blocked account work? Okay, so basically I know about three. There are lots of them, but the ones I can tell you right now is Expatrio. Um, you have Fintiba, you have Coracle. Also, Deutsche Bank also has services of blocked account. So you need to have 11,308 or 334. I can't remember the actual amount now because it keeps changing. So, but presently it's about 11,000 euros, and 11,000 euros, 300 and something. So you need to block this account. What a blocked account means is that you have an account with some of these providers opened in Germany, and then you need to send 11,334 to this account, upon which they send you a confirmation document that you've blocked this account. And when you come to Germany, this money is paid out monthly basis to your what's it called, to your savings, no, your current account is what is called Girokonto, yeah, to your current account every month for your upkeep. The money doesn't belong to the government or anyone, it belongs to you. So you're only putting it to show that you can take care of yourself when you come to Germany. And during your visa interview, you also submit this document to show that you've blocked your account and you can take care of yourself in Germany. The next question: what should be the first thing to do upon getting to Germany with a student visa? I mean, the hierarchy of how to go about the whole registration process in general. So I maybe you just joined. I talked about it in the beginning. So, for example, you've got admission, you've gone through the visa process, you flew to Germany, wherever you're flying to, Frankfurt, anywhere. The first thing you have to do, if you already have an accommodation, is go get your keys and sign your contract if you have not signed your contract, because sometimes they send you the document and then you officially sign it when you come. So get your keys, everything is set about your accommodation, then you do your city registration. You see, that city registration is a key to everything, all of this other documentation. So once you do the city registration, you can now open a bank account. You can get a German phone number, you know, and then you can do your tax ID and then your social security number as well. And basically, that's it about the process. First, you have your accommodation settled, you collect your keys. Second, you have the Meldon done at the rat house, your city registration done. Then thirdly, you open your bank account. And then sometimes some of the providers here don't need like the Amel done. Some of them do ask for it. So you get your German phone number, then you open your bank account, then you go for your tax ID and your social security number, because without these numbers, no one is going to employ you except it's illegal. they're always gonna ask for your tax ID or your social security number because you have to pay taxes. So that's the how you go about the whole registration process here in Germany. And after you've done that, then you can now breathe a sign of relief and then carry out about school, attending lectures, and blah blah blah. And get to know the city where you reside in. I hope I answered your question. Okay, I'm Nelson. Okay. So it's already 19. So but if we have more questions, take them. Um and please, I just want to say one thing. Let's try to read the laws governing wherever you find yourself, the state where you find yourself, because a lot of students are falling prey to the law because they don't read. And these laws are something that you can, if you don't understand German, you can easily translate them. Because if you fall prey to any of the law, no one is going to hear like sorry. Here in Germany, you only they only hear sorry after you serve the punishment or fine. So it's better there are laws abiding for the university. There are also laws abiding to like transportation. So many things here. Everything is like law. So if you don't know it, you can. Some students have fallen prey to this, and they are back home in their countries because they didn't um they didn't read or they didn't listen to advice. They just feel okay. I can just do anything and get it. So please wherever you find yourself, try to get yourself abreast with the laws of the state, so you are not found wanting. It's really important you do that. And for example, if you decide to you got admission in your country, and maybe for some reasons, maybe you came in late, it's always good that if you want to change universities, by the way, you are allowed to change universities in some state. You're allowed to change universities, I think, twice, and there's a time duration for this. And here again, it depends on the state where you fall. So, in the state where I belong, you are given the opportunity to change university within 18 months of your entry to Germany. So, from the day you landed here in Germany and your passport was stamped, you have 18 months. If for any reasons you don't like the university or you don't like the course, or the course is already far ahead, like the program is far ahead, you can't catch up, then it's better you switch universities. And if you must switch universities, these are the things you should consider. If, for example, the university you want to switch to is not in the same state as your present university, then and it's over 18 months and it's different course you are switching to, then you need to inform the immigration office in your city. Don't just switch and then go and register, because the moment you register in the new city, the previous city will get notified, and then that's where your issue will start. Someone got an what's it called got into an issue and was deported back to their country. There was a letter to them, and maybe because the person couldn't afford services of a lawyer or something, or I don't know, but the bottom line was the person was deported back to their country, because some states are really, really, really strict with these laws. Some are just like, okay, we give you a warning and stuff, but some are really, really strict with these laws. So, like, I think I talked about this in the last stream. I spoke with one of the visa officer and asked these questions, like, if someone wants to switch university, like, what are the things? And she said, first of all, it has to be within 18 months. That's the law of your entry to Germany. After 18, and it has to be within, you don't need to inform them if it's same course and it's within 18 months. You don't need to inform them, just switch and then what's it called? Register in the new office, and automatically you are deregistered from the previous city. But if it's different course and it's already over 18 months you are in Germany and then you want to change university, then you need to inform the immigration office, and then they'll know that okay, you're switching universities, then you can register in a new city and all. But if it's still the same city, you still need to register. If it's different city, then you have to register, do a mail on newly again, and then get your documents sorted out. Please, like, I'm begging you, if you're watching this video, even if you're not on this live stream presently and you watch this video, like this stream later on, try not to fall prey to all of this, because once you fall prey to it, it's really, really not a good thing. Like, first, there's every chance that you might be deported because it's like you knew what to do, but you just didn't do it. Sometimes you might get a warning, and this warning already is giving you like a bad record here in Germany. So try to know the laws of whichever state you might belong to or you might be living. It's really important you know the laws for everything, so you're not found wanting. Um, so I see we don't have any more questions. If we don't have any more questions, then it's good to say we can end the live stream. Um, but if we have more questions, then I can take them. Yes. So, I see we don't have any questions anymore. It was so good doing this with you guys today again. And like I said earlier on, we're going to keep doing this. I'll try to do more of this live stream because I really want to interact with you guys. I just don't want to just keep posting videos on my channel for you guys to watch. It's also good to like make a live stream, interact with you guys, talk to you, answer your questions. We talk like the family. You know, sometimes it doesn't just end in making a video and you commenting, but sometimes it's always good when we have like this type of sessions. And if you're interested in joining my community, you can check the link on my YouTube channel. There's a link to join my Telegram community where I post opportunities on a daily basis about Europe, Germany, and other countries of the world. So if you're interested to join, you can click the link on my description on YouTube, and then it takes you directly to my Telegram community. There you can join my Telegram community. And if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button. It's not far away from your phone right now, and you can also share. By that way, we get to a wider audience, and try to engage by commenting. And once I see it might be a question, it might be just anything, and I would respond to any questions you have in the comment. And if you want to book an appointment to talk to me about anything visa matters, admission and what have you, you can book an appointment on on my Instagram handle. Uh, Sammy Sticks is the name of my Instagram handle, and then we will schedule an appointment and we can talk. If you also want to send me a message, you can send me a DM. Don't say hi, blah blah blah, all of those things. Just go straight to the point so I can respond to you and other persons in a timely manner. So, thank you so much for joining this live stream. I do really appreciate your time. I know it's a Wednesday and um, not so much, some people are still working, I guess. And I'll try to see if I can do a session again during the weekend. And I'm gonna leave maybe a poll on my YouTube channel and also on my Instagram if we could have a live stream again in during the weekend. If I see that we really want a live stream again, this will be a Q&A, then I'm gonna organize one. All right, guys, until the next time, I love you guys. Stay motivated. Stay happy, stay blessed. Adios. Oh man, wait. I just saw a question. Okay, I'll just do this question real quick and then end the live stream. How much percentage does my Vista Student Classic pay? How much percentage does my Vista Student Classic pay the bills for the insured student at the hospital? It depends. It depends. Like presently, most of the insurances have, if you watch my last video, increased the tariff, and the private insurance increased 18%. So it's better if you check on my Vista's website to know the actual percentage for students. And if you don't want to use private, you can also use public insurance. I'm going to talk about this in a different video. Um, I know here they say you, if you are over 30, you should use like the private, but you should also know you can use the public insurance. It's just that the fee is different. I use Alka. Um, you can use Alka. You can use what's it called? TK. TK. Yes, you can use TK. So if you check the premium for Mavista, which is a private insurance, then see, compare it and then check the what it covers and also check the public insurance. You can also, if those who are over 30 can also use public health insurance. All you need to do is just read, then check what it covers, because some doctors who take, like some don't take private, they will be like they don't take private because you have to pay by yourself and then send invoice, all of those back and forth. So I'll advise you, Rita, to check the website of Mavista to know the actual percentage for student. I don't want to give you like an old one so you're not confused, but just check the website to know. um Thanks, give, you really done justice. All right, Habib, I'm glad I answered the question. um all right. The next one, how long does it take to get back your blocked account money when you arrive in Germany? The moment you have a current account, once you're able to come to Germany, once you arrive in Germany, uh, and you have all of your documentation sorted, you have your bank account open, then you can approach your providers, your blocked account providers, and they'll start the process of sending your money to your current account. Sometimes it depends on the provider. Sometimes it's like so fast, sometimes it might take maybe a week or two, for all of the process. So you just need to check. So, but it's not really so much time, but like a week or two. That's why it's always advisable to hold like some amount of cash upon entry to Germany, so you don't get stranded. Just have some amount of cash. You don't need to carry so much cash, but just something that can. So long as you've paid for your accommodation or you've not paid for your accommodation, hold your accommodation and then the caution, and then something that can keep you for at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending when you get the money in your current account. So I guess that's the last question. Hence there's no more question. I already did like a CTA. Yeah. Um, I love you guys. Stay motivated. Stay focused. And if you have any question whatsoever, you can send me a DM. Also watch my videos. So most of the questions, all right. Most of the questions are all answered, but I always like to do live stream to speak to you guys also. So do well to watch my videos, engage in my videos, share my videos, smash that like button. That way I know you love the video, and yeah, watch to the end, because sometimes I leave the juicy part in the middle or at the end of the video. Until the next time, guys, stay safe wherever you are in the world. If you're in Germany, stay safe, stay out of trouble, focus on what you're doing, and at the end of the day, you smile being successful in Germany. What am I saying now? But just be safe wherever you are. Until the next time, I love you guys. Stay blessed, stay motivated. Adios.